Hey, and welcome to the Circle of Alchemy Sisters. I am Kristi Lynn, channel psychic medium, and I am here with my beautiful, amazing, high vibrational co-host, Dedra.
Hello, good morning, guys.
We just had our pre-morning meeting to kind of sink into the energies that were here when we joined together. It was pretty intense this morning. It was intense before I got here.
Yes.
You said you felt me coming. I have goosebumps all over my body as we talk about it. So we don't really have a plan for the show. I do feel Mother Isis. I felt her come in this morning, and that's why you felt my energy so strong as I got here, because she's very powerful. And then we did invite any higher vibrational brothers and sisters in the galactics if they want to come through. So I'm just gonna quiet myself for a couple minutes and see what's going on. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, and so because we talked about this just before you pressed record, that's the first thing that's coming up is let's talk about the shift. Let's talk about the shift. Let's talk about the higher energy that people are awakening to. I mean, it's not uncommon anymore to meet someone that doesn't believe that sort of everything that we've been told and taught for humanity is suspicious now, right? And that is part of the shift. It's part of these little tiny things that humanity is looking at and saying, these aren't really little tiny things. These are big things. And there's lots of discoveries being made, ancient discoveries being made that are opening people's minds. Let's talk about the shift. What do you have to say about the shift? You were really excited about it.
There was a post on Facebook. A girl had posted about, are we not going to talk about the shift that's going on collectively over the past couple months? And my immediate thought was, finally getting to see this on a public social media space. And we've been talking about the shift for about, let's just say, roughly a year of what was coming in. And then the 3i Atlas comes back in October, I want to say, and delivers, sends down the higher consciousness energy. And so it's been 3 months since then.
Yeah.
And now people really starting to notice the differences in people and the energy going on. So I was really happy to see this happening in person, people talking about it.
So as you're talking, I am hearing lots of people have been handed opportunities for the shift, right? You have to take the opportunity. You do not just automatically shift, okay? The shift is the opportunities being handed to you. Are you going to take those opportunities? Are you ready? On a soul level, your soul is coming to you and saying, we can do this. We can move forward. We can do these things. But on a human level, you're saying, I'm comfortable here, or yes, I'm ready. And they're going to be scary, right? They're going to be things that, like, I've never resonated with this before, but I'm interested in it now. It's people being presented into your lives that are of a high vibrational state. Are you ready to elevate into a high vibrational state as well? You know, it's a lot of opportunities that are going to be handed to you so that you can make the shift in, but you have to first, you got to take the step. You got to take it.
I agree. It's like if you hope for something or wish for something and you're just sitting around on your couch watching TV, just like wanting something different, wanting something better, it's not going to fall right into your lap. You have to make efforts towards making that happen for you, because it's not just going to happen.
It's energy. You have to create the energy, so because that thing that you are craving, that thing that you want, it already exists. It's already there for you. You have to make yourself into the energetic match and vibration so that you align with that thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, some of us, want more patience, more wisdom, and the universe, or even our brothers and sisters in the galactic forces have said, we don't just hand you patience or hand you
they
wisdom.
They do not do those things.
They put you in places, or there's scenarios that happen that you develop this patience. Yeah. You develop the wisdom. You
yes.
learn through experience. It doesn't just automatically come to you and come within. That brings it up. I was like, I'm going to need a little help this weekend. I'm going on a trip, a business trip, and I'm like, I'm going to need a little help, a little patience. And I'm like, oh my God.
I
just asked for patience. I'm like, okay, I'm aware of what I just did.
Peace.
Yes. Yeah,
peace. Mm-hmm. You need peace. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're asking for peace.
Yes.
Not patience.
I'm like, no, please, don't want another tower.
That is things those are things that we do have to watch when we say things, especially as high vibrational people. This works for everybody, but high vibrational people, they have the sort of fast forward movement energy within them. So when we speak and we say, I want this, it's going to be presented to you, but it's not going to be presented to you the way that you feel and want it on a human level. It's going to be presented to you by your higher self, and that is the part of you that is the better part of you. So it's going to give you things to develop into a higher vibrational person instead of like making me happy on a human level. You've signed a contract. You're a high vibrational, student now, right? You're a bringer of the fifth dimensional energy. You're a teacher. You're a leader. You're a guide. So when you say that you want something, the universe is going to say, okay, let's check this off the list. She wants to learn it. Let's send her this. Hopefully she learns it, right? So be very careful of the words that you speak when you're going on vacation. You do not desire patience. No. You desire peace.
Peace.
I desire peace. I'm asking for peace. I'm asking my guides to give me ultimate peace, right? Because we don't want any of those patience lessons to come in.
No. Clear alt delete.
Clear alt delete.
That was perfect.
Okay. Thank you. So the vibrational shift, I'm just going to tune in and see if there's any thing else. And I keep seeing water. I keep seeing the river. Okay, so I'm going to bring up, I went down to the river the other day. I love meditating on the river. I love rock hunting and looking for rocks. Very cool. But I also love taking my shoes off, sitting in front of the river, and just listening and opening my eyes and watching. And so this brings me into two stories that I'm going to tell. The other day, I had a vision, right? I was watching the flow of the river, and there was foam. And I was watching the foam. And the foam pieces that were floating down the river that were trying to resist the easiest path of the river, they were collecting under these logs, right? And it was dark there, and they were all collecting there. But it was the foam pieces that broke away from the resistance and went into their own sort of free flow state. They got down the river. They navigated through every stone and sorry, I have goosebumps as I'm saying it, right? So we all can relate that into our lives. Stop resisting, right? If something is not moving for you, let's move away from that and let's try a different path. Let's try a different thing. Let's go to the way the universe, if you're a high vibrational person, if you're asking for fifth dimensional, if you're asking someone to lead you and guide you, and they're presenting this opportunity to you that seems the easiest, and we're all taught if it's easy, it's probably a trick, right? But when you're a high vibrational energy and you are literally projecting into the universe high vibrational things, you're going to get the easy state. You're going to get the flow state. They're saying, hey, follow this, right? Okay. So the river, the foam was going, and then I looked and I was like, oh, it's bumpy. It's bumpy, but I'm going. The foam is still moving. The foam is still moving. And I'm focused on all this bumpy stuff, and the foam is still moving, so that's a good sign. And then I look up just a little bit, and the river opens. And there's this beautiful, still, slow moving, no obstacles part of the river. And it reminded me, like, we're so focused on all the bumps and making sure that we're going to be okay in this moment. If we just let go and let the universe and our vibrations carry us, this beautiful, like, free flowing, wide open, like, that's what spirituality is, right? We have these little bumpy moments. How are you going to make it through? And then all of a sudden, poof, opens up, free flowing, right? So that's the first download I got when I was meditating by the river. This morning, as I was leaving, I want to talk about how visions happen, because I feel like we all have visions. The only reason that mine are credible or at all is because I call myself a psychic medium, right? So people would believe my visions, right? But you, as a normal human, fifth dimensional human, you're having visions, right? And I'm just want to explain how my vision happens so that you can take it into consideration when you are in a meditative state, when you are in a disassociative state, just totally zoning out, and you're seeing and feeling things, okay? So I want to describe it as it's a see, hear, feel, all at the same time. What I saw in my mind above a river, there was a river and there was a black, of course I live at the river, and I was facing that way, right? So I'm not perfect. I don't know what visions, Okay, so I saw the river and I saw this black and white photo. It was a piece of paper, and there was a black drawing outline of what could only be assumed as a goddess, and she had this sort of headdress on. Okay, so it's a black and white picture, and I was like, oh, and at the same time I felt power, and I knew, okay, goddess, it's a goddess. But I have been tuning in lately to the dark goddess, but I didn't feel darkness. I didn't feel dark. I felt just powerful, right? And as soon as I felt that powerful, okay, it's a powerful person, I saw on the page gold scales that were going like this. So that told me that it's a balance between darkness and light, the goddess. And then I'm feeling this very powerful feeling, all the clues together, because I know this goddess told me that it was Mother Isis who was going to come through and speak to us today, or at least guide the energy, right? So I want to explain how visions happen, so that when next time you see a piece of paper, it's just a piece of paper. It was just a black and white printout of a goddess, and then I'm like, okay, it's a goddess, but I feel powerful because she's standing so strong, right? Oh, but I don't feel dark. It's white. The piece of paper is white. Okay, powerful. Then boom, I get the next hint. Right? So next time you're seeing things in your head, stop convincing yourself that you're crazy and that you made that up. You too have visions. You too have a deeper understanding as soon as you connect to that energy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it can be confusing.
Yeah.
I consider myself to still be new on this journey of awakening and developing my abilities spiritually. So it has been confusing, but it also helps that I have a friend who is also a guide who helps me understand.
Yeah.
Could you imagine not having any kind of guidance through this and not knowing if you are creating all these things in your head and you have nobody to talk to about it?
Right. Right. Okay, so I want to differentiate between what we create in our head, because the mind is a very powerful tool. We can create lots of things, right? Lots of things. When I'm having visions, divine visions, I'm feeling it in my body. It's not this crazy, unstable feeling that I get in my head. It's this, whoa, I feel it in my stomach. That's why I say it's a hear, see, feel, all at the same time. I may be hearing guidance, I may be seeing pictures, and I may be feeling energy all at the same time. That's the vision that I want you to go towards. Not the scary visions that you create with your human mind. I want you to tune into the divine visions. And because I know that the fifth dimension is all about our bodies talking to us,
right,
we have to go with now where our bodies are leading us. Okay. So, do you have anything, or I'm just going to tune into the next thing and see what's coming through?
Okay, go ahead and tune in.
I went blank. Okay, so I do feel Mother Isis coming through, and she's saying that she is here to lead the humans into the next phase of evolution, but she does want to remind the dark feminine to stay very balanced. The world will not be, we do not want the earth to be dominated. We want the earth to be balanced. So although the dark feminine is a very, very important DNA signature to awaken within yourselves, it is equally as important to activate the divine feminine. We want to remain in the balance of things, free flowing like a river. Balance the light and the darkness, and that is when you will be standing in your authentic truth as the divine being that you came here to be, the leader that you came here to be, the new evolutionary species who realizes how much power they carry within themselves and stands in it strong and true and balanced. Whew. She's saying she's Mother Isis, and she's also thanking me for allowing her to come through. She's saying, stand in your power. Stand in your true, authentic power, and remember the balance. It is not all darkness and it is not all light. It is a perfect balance. Remember the wild woman, but also remember Mother Mary. They are both within you, and they are at their fullest potential when they are each tended to. Like a garden, we must water each side of our garden, the shade bearing fruit and the sun bearing fruit. Water each side authentically and as true as you possibly can. There are a lot of humans waking up to feeling ways that they have not felt before, and it feels very uncomfortable inside of them. But what they don't understand is that the human fear and conditioning is keeping you from creating the most magical of lives. The shift is happening and the divine is being activated in everyone. Do not stay in the fear state. Go into the flow state and create and be musical and joyful and live in joy. Enjoy your life. Live in joy and enjoy every single moment that you are in some way, and it will create the vibrations of your future. I appreciate each and every one of you divine humans who are being activated and are not denying it. The others will come in time. It is only but a moment of time, a sliver in time before your work here on this earth. You will see the results. It is happening. You are all activating your divinity within you. We are all one. We are all connected, and it is an honor and a pleasure to be here with you on your awakening journey. Thank you all for tuning in, and much love and respect and honor to the journey that you are taking. Soldiers, you are soldiers, warriors, you're light warriors, and you are appreciated and valued and respected in many other dimensions for the work that you are doing here on this planet. Okay, So that obviously switched in the middle. At first it was Mother Isis, and then I think I felt the Galactic Federation sort of come in and recognize sort of the work that humanity is doing. So 2 channels in that. I look very much forward to hearing what I said. It felt really good.
I had to take a few breaths because the energy was very overwhelming. It was powerful. That's the word for today. Powerful.
Yeah.
And I could feel it like really right here. Mm-hmm. And it was a very good message. Cool. It was really good.
That's good. All right. So we're just gonna tune in and jump to the next channel. I see if anybody is here, and if anybody has any messages. And I am getting the Pleiadians are here, and again, they're just coming through and saying very proud, very understanding, very compassionate leaders being created on the human planet here. Kind, compassionate leaders. That is what is being needed right now. Kind, compassionate, understanding leaders. And we appreciate the efforts that are being made and the connections to reach out and to connect and to spread the web of enjoyment that is here and that the planet has to offer. Spreading that joy and vibration into the planet is so very important, and that's why you are seeing so many of these human circles that are being created. It is a time, 2026 will be the time of coming together, of community, of creating a safe space that women, children, men, it does not matter who you are and what you associate with. He, she's, theys, we's, don't care. They're saying, I'm so sorry. I hate when they try to make jokes. Okay, they're saying communities coming together, celebrating a day on the planet, celebrating the moon, celebrating the stars, celebrating the freedom you have to gather. It does not matter what you are doing. More celebrations, more gatherings, more spreading the light within yourselves. We understand this human quality that is contained within your body, and it is called anxiety on the human planet, and we are saying step past that. You will be handed multiple opportunities for you to extend your web of joy to communities. And if you are saying no, you are working against what you came here to do as a light warrior. You came here to experience joy. You came here to spread light. You came here to connect and create community. So I urge you to step past that human quality that creates so much fear into your lives because of your past experiences. Let it go, drop it down, and take a step into joy, into community, into connection, and do what you really came here to do on earth. Light warriors, thank you all for doing everything that you are doing to assist Mother Nature in her ascension into her next phase. We appreciate the efforts that are being made. Okay, so that's going to bring me into just another channel that I got the other day. They said that Mother Gaia's going through whatever she's going through, right? She's a living, breathing planet. She's evolving. Like we go through ice ages, and we go through heating, and we go through all of these things, right? So Gaia is now shedding layers, right? It was just the year 2025. She's shedding. She's like a snake. She's shedding her layers, and she's sort of going to grow bigger mountains, and she's going to grow bigger rivers. But in order to get there, some destruction has to take place. And that's why there are so many light workers here on the planet right now to anchor in the light and the vibration so that Mother Nature's transition isn't so violent, right? The vibrations and the frequency that Mother Gaia is holding And our vibrations, it's like a push. It's a beautiful push of light to help her emerge out of her cocoon in a beautiful, more peaceful state instead of this violent, let me through, right? So, okay, that's done. My mind is blank. Please talk.
I loved your display of emotion right there.
I'm in channeling mode, so I have no control over what's happening right now.
I love it.
Oh, gosh. Okay. So the Pleiadians came through the Galactic Federation. The contact that we have at the Galactic Federation that we call Captain, that's who came through, and Mother Isis came through. And I love how I don't do a lot of direct channeling. Like, I used to do a lot of direct channeling, but in the last week's episode, I said I would like to do some direct channeling, and we had three of our friends come through and direct channel for me. So all you have to do is ask, right? That's all you have to do is ask. Just like you were asking your team for peace on your trip, that's what they want us to do. They are here to help us. No, they're not going to give us the keys to the golden mansion and not make us work for it, right? Because that's not what our soul came here to agree to. Right? Our soul came here to hop into this body and learn all of these lessons. And our team is here to support us in learning those lessons. So the team that you have behind you is not going to say, here, skip through all of these lessons that you plan to learn. Because when you cross back over to the other side, your higher self's going to be like, bro, now I got to do that shit all over again. You know? So they're not going to hand you these free things to get you, you have to put the work in. You have to put the expansion of your mind in. You have to have the compassion and the understanding and the forgiveness and the thinking from a higher place. But they are here to cushion things for you, right? They're here to say, this girl wants some peace. Right?
Yes,
she don't want no patience.
No,
we're going to take that patience request away. We can put that in for another time when she's more equipped to handle it.
Yes.
But this girl wants peace.
Yes, everything she just said is exactly what I want. Just so we are clear.
So yeah, let's focus more of our energy on really asking for assistance, because they are here to help, you know, whether you call them guardian angels or you call it Jesus or you call it God or you call it whatever, they're all here to help you, right? And not give you a free slide into home or anything, because you got to work for everything in the spiritual realm. You got to work for it, you know, not on a physical level, right? But in a spiritual, mentally, emotionally evolved way. There's a lot of work. I am in a new relationship, right? And we've just moved in together. So it's like compressed, right? And going through and learning about myself, like when I'm stubborn and I don't, you don't know how stubborn you are in certain areas of your life until there's someone there who's like giving me advice, right? Like telling me things that I am resisting this, but everything this person is saying is correct. But my ego is resisting it. Like, I don't want to be told what to do. I don't want to have this divine information coming to me. I don't want to know. Yes, is she right? Absolutely right. Everything she's saying is right. But my ego is resisting it, right? So in that moment, I am being shown all these little things that I have within me that I gotta let go, right? Whereas before in my old relationships, I would have been like, just shut up, just stop, like shut up, I don't want to hear it, or start a fight or start an argument. But I came to myself and said, bitch, you're triggered, this is your ego, shut up. She's right, everything she's saying is right.
I have this similar situations that happen, and I don't process it like you just did. But I'll have, like, my husband will tell me information, and usually I just tune him out, and I'm like, I don't need to hear any of this crap from you, because to me, in my head, I'm thinking, you don't know what you're talking about. And it's not until we come into our podcast, and then you'll bring up something around what I was rejecting, and I'm like, oh, she makes sense.
So let's bring in the discussion of the dark feminine versus the divine feminine. Mm-hmm. And that is why Isis is bringing in that balance, because we have awakened so much dark femininity in people. We talk about the dark feminine a lot, right? Mm-hmm. She has influenced our lives a lot. And that's why Isis is saying, come in and remember the divine feminine is also a very important aspect. Mm-hmm. The dark feminine is like, fuck you. Okay? You're not going to tell me what to do, right? Especially masculines, right? We do not want to be told what to do by a masculine form at all, let alone anybody else. That's the dark feminine. I'm standing in my power, roar, right? But the divine feminine is also very little, she's open, she's a little more free-flowing, she understands and has compassion and is accepting. And when our ego is triggered, because that's what it is, your ego is triggered. The dark feminine, girl, she got an ego. She got a little bit of an ego, right? Mm-hmm. The divine feminine, zero ego. So we have to find that balance. Like, I felt my ego being triggered, but it was balanced because I was like, I'm not going to act out like I normally would do. I'm just processing it through within myself, you know? And also remember the vibrations that you're carrying, right? When you are entering into new relationships with anyone, friendships, family, keep in mind the vibrations that you're carrying are going to be reflected in the new relationships that you are bringing towards yourself, okay? So, be mindful that when you see these red flags coming up in other people, first of all, don't glaze right over them, right? Pay attention to them and look at that red flag in yourself, right? We're here to learn. We're here to grow. So if you are seeing a red flag presented in someone, anyone that you have a relationship with, I'm not just talking romantic, pay attention to the red flags, because those red flags are sticking out to you for a reason, to show you something. It's a little hint from the universe, like ding, 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 ding. Hey, pay attention to this. Hey, pay attention to this, right? Also, if you are in a good place and you are on a good vibratory level and you're healthy and you're evolving and you're growing and you're beating, you're going through those generational curses and you're ending cycles, don't be surprised if the universe hands you something beautiful, right? Don't get so paranoid and stuck in the old cycles that you're dissecting this thing in front of you that you have absolutely manifested in your life. You know, sometimes the people in our lives are not here to teach us bad lessons. Like, no kidding. Sometimes we've ended that cycle, you know, so pay attention to that. Do you have anything?
No, not to that, no.
Okay, how much time do we have?
30 minutes.
We're at 30 minutes?
32 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
It's went by fast.
Channeling slows everything down. I feel like it's been a long time already. So we're going to pull some cards. Dude. Okay. I have been... Power, by the way, power. I channeled power at the river. I walked in here. That's the first word you said. Dude, I feel power. And I was like, oh my God, dude. Power, right? So, power. I've been listening to this tarot reader on YouTube. Sheila Plie, I think. Sheila Plie. She lives in Hawaii. I love her so much. She is so in tune with my energy. I sit there and I'm like, yes, Sheila, you're right, Sheila. Like, I'm talking, she's my friend. She has no idea. She has no idea that she's my friend. She has 3 of the same decks that I have and that I use. And this card has come up multiple times in the last 3 days with her readings, who, you know, she's talking personally to me.
Well, that's a synchronicity. Definitely.
So power, oh gosh, tune into galactic beings and illuminate the shadow self. And if that doesn't sum up everything that we have talked about, the shadow self, the dark feminine, tuning into the dark feminine, tuning into the shadows, tuning into not repeating the cycles I want to tell you, I'm just going to bring my personal experience in. I'm just going to bring I have a cycle that has repeated since birth. The gene of alcoholism, right? Mm-hmm. The gene of over drinking, overindulging. Drinking has always, in every relationship, important relationship, close relationship, romantic relationship, there has been a cycle of overindulging in alcohol, right? The other day, I zoomed out of my life and I looked at it and I thought, I don't have one. My group of circle of friends, my relationship, my family that I call family, not one, right? So let's zoom out and take a look at all, because I did that, right? The alcoholism, the cycles that I'm repeating, the being with the people over and over and over again has nothing to do with them. It had everything to do with me. And the fact that I can zoom out and look at my life and not see any of that, dude, I did that.
It's like you did a life review.
Yeah. I did that. I created that energy in my life. And it is by literally looking at my shadows. What are these triggers bringing up for me? How am I feeling inside? I'm doing the work, and it is showing on the outside of my life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So do the work. Illuminate the shadow self. Those things that you feel on the inside, but you're like, nope, don't want to talk about that. Nope, don't want to feel that. Nope. Those gotta come up because they are causing you to have symptoms other places in your life. So every time I am triggered, I am paying attention and I am literally doing the work and I am releasing them. When I feel them, I am saying like, I release this. I do the moon ceremonies. I do the journaling, like do the work and your life will change. But the cycle of abuse, the cycle of narcotics, the cycle of drinking, the cycle of binging, the cycle of whatever it is not about the other person at all. It is about you. And it is your vibration at some level that is bringing these same exact situations into your life. So when you can zoom out and look and say, holy shit, I don't have these anymore, you broke that cycle.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. You attract what you feel.
And about yourself.
Yes.
Because everything is a reflection.
Yep.
Everything is a reflection. Yep. And I always knew that the people in my life who were addicted on some level do not feel worthy of having a beautiful life. So what is that reflecting to me? I don't feel worthy of having a beautiful life. And once I finally figure out that I am worthy of every single thing that I want because I know it's available to me. I do all the work. I face all the shadows. Like I am literally doing everything that I have been taught by all of these lessons that are coming in, right? So I have to know that I am literally beating the system. I am fighting the matrix. I am beating the cycles. I am doing the things. I am worthy.
By taking time to do this life review, it's literally allowing you to celebrate your successes. Because you, just like you would celebrate a friend's success, you are deserving of celebrating your own. Absolutely. And girl, I've done this. I've done it in silence. A lot of us don't need to go out there and just announce all of our victories to everybody.
Yeah, no.
But when you get together with a like-minded friend, or you have a trusted person in your circle that would celebrate with you, of course, shout it to the rooftops. Mm-hmm. But a lot of my victories I do in silence or with you.
Yeah. Well, we need to celebrate more. We channeled that earlier. Mm-hmm. Celebrate. It doesn't matter what we're celebrating. Let's celebrate. That's the energy that we need to create in this earth. And celebrating, overcoming a cycle, fucking beautiful. Celebrate it, right? Celebrate it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how you celebrate it. Like, celebrate it with... making chicken broth on the stove, making a simmer pot, making some cupcakes, doing a puzzle. Like, you don't have to make it a big giant thing, but it's like, I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to make this beautiful thing with all this beautiful energy that I feel right now. And that's how magic is created, and that's how magic is spread. So illuminate the shadow self, tune into galactic beings, and I don't want to push people and say, like, talk to aliens like I do, but the stars, the moon, like the planets, they all carry certain energies. Earth is alive. She's a living, breathing planet. The rest of them are also living, breathing planets that emit a certain type of energy. And if we believe that God is this all great, knowing, powerful, wonderful, whatever we have this vision of God is, why wouldn't they create a planet and a bunch of other planets that literally revolve around the planet to provide them with all the energy necessary to go through all these beautiful lessons that we're here to learn? I mean, like, if we believe that God is all powerful, how come we wouldn't believe that the sun and the moon and the planets all are created just for us to do the things that we came here to do?
Yes. Absolutely.
Silly.
Yeah.
Stop thinking so small, right? Mm-hmm. Stop thinking so small. Everything is galactic. Everything is galactic. They all are here for us and us only. We are these perfect little beautiful babies in this beautiful little petri dish that is being protected by literally every single thing around us. And we need to recognize that there are more things out there that we have been programmed not to believe in, that are here just to help us. Like, the moon energy is going to send the moon energy no matter what. Mm-hmm. But if you're open to the moon energy, it's going to download a lot easier.
Absolutely.
The sun. Mm-hmm. Download the beautiful high consciousness rays. Sit outside, take your glasses off, 10-15 minutes just with your eyes closed, and just absorb all that high consciousness that the sun brings. And go look at the stars and go connect to where we came from, right? Like, find the Pleiades, find Orion, like, find all these places that we know humanity came from because they are in the ancient stories. Let's celebrate, let's connect, tune in. And the last card is power. Power. Like, we've been saying this the whole time. Oh my gosh, and the one underneath that.
Reclaim your power.
Reclaim your power. They were sitting right on top of each other. I was talking about this on the car ride over here, but we've all been tuned in and we've all been taught that we are not the powerful ones. Mm-hmm. That outside, that's where we get our power. We get our power from outside and we bring it to us. But that's not the truth at all. The truth, the power is within us, and we just have to activate it and send it out into the right places to connect with other powerful things to bring to us. The power's within us. God is within us. Yes?
I was just sitting here thinking that this is the part of my morning ritual every day, is how I give thanks for the power within, the magic and power within, and allowing me to create my best life. It's like, this is a part of every day as I celebrate my power. Mm-hmm. And now that it's coming up, I mean, we felt the power this morning, and this whole message is centered around, like, power in all of its forms. And it's synchronicity.
And it's not a world domineering, taking over power.
No.
It's this power where I'm free to be exactly who I am without all the layers that have been put on me.
Yeah.
Right?
We talked about this our last podcast, about the chains that have been placed on us, and it's about just freeing yourself from all the limitations that this world, that society, government, whatever has placed on us. We have placed on us our traumas, everything. Setting yourself free and being powerful in your own.
And recognizing who you are and allowing that to guide you in setting yourself free, right? Another personal experience. It seems like everything we talk about in the pre-show meeting, they bring up in the channel, right? So I don't know, I don't know if you know my story but I recently came out as a lesbian, like 3 years ago. I've been living as that way for a year now. I'm in my first serious relationship with a woman. And I was telling you earlier that I have felt my whole life that there was these things inside of me that I really wanted to do, but I just couldn't bring myself to do them. And I was telling you that, I know this sounds so corny, and it's like dancing in the kitchen, right? Like, yes, I've slow danced in the kitchen before, and yes, it's been a beautiful time. But never have I ever had the freedom within myself, the power within myself to let down all of my guards so I can dance in my kitchen like no one is watching, right?
And that's powerful.
That's powerful. And that's the type of power that we're talking about. We're not talking about world domination.
No.
We're talking about inner power to dissolve all of the pre-existing conditions that you have been programmed to believe by other people, but also yourself, you know? Also yourself, telling yourself your whole life, no. And then finally being like, okay, yes, right? And then like I get to know myself all over again, right? There's parts of me that are happening and blooming that I've never met before. And it's freaking me out, right? Like, I've never been this person before. I don't know this person, but she's beautiful and she's powerful, and I feel like I always talk about my most authentic self. I don't actually know my most authentic self until I literally let down every single guard I have, and then she is able to fly. And that's what
I think
power is.
We're always learning who we are.
Always.
Because we're always changing. And I think every year, every day.
Every day.
We're learning something new about ourselves.
Yes.
And the thing is not be scared when you uncover something.
Yes, and that's the part that I was struggling with. Like, oh God, I don't know this part of me. It's scary. Like, am I just pretending? Is this who like, it's scary. When you go through an awakening and when it literally dumps your whole world upside down and you become a completely different person, not being scared of the transformation is the hardest part.
Yeah.
Not getting stuck, not getting hung up, like letting sort of everything just unfold and letting you learn who you are by not existing in anyone else's opinion of you. You know, like, I know me better than anyone does. I've been living in this. I know me.
Yeah.
How do I give someone else the power to say, no, you're silly. You're so silly. You know, like, no, I know me. I know me. And my whole life, I feel like I've been trying to live up to what society and everyone wants a human to be. And when I have awakened to the power inside of me, it's like, no, I'm not here to do that. I'm here to be who I came here to be. Who I am authentically, who I am after all the layers have peeled off of me, and then I finally bloom into the person that I came here to be. So that's power, right? That's reclaiming your power. It's standing in your own personal truth and not allowing anyone to tell you who you are anymore and what direction. Yes, we have people in our life to give us opinions, but do not let those opinions direct your life anymore. Because if I were to, 4 years ago, if I would have let other people's opinions direct my life, I still wouldn't be doing this work, right? Because when I first awakened, there wasn't a great amount of support. People thought I was insane, right? Like, I went from being a normal person to channeling aliens overnight. Hey, I'm a psychic medium now. People are like, oh yeah, okay. And if I would have listened to my friends and my family, like what they felt, I would have had to commit myself, right? So going forward in what I felt was truth. What I felt, this is my power. Mm-hmm. Going forward with all the things that I am now feeling, and it's bloomed and blossomed into this beautiful life. Is it completely different? Yeah. Like, my life is not the same at all. I'm a completely different person, but I'm my most authentic self.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course you can.
So, have you ever been given a sight or a vision of what your life would be like had you not gone down the road of
yes.
coming?
I don't think I would be alive. I felt it creeping in. I felt the hopelessness and the sadness creeping in like nothing I had ever felt in my life. I've been through a lot of bad things, but I had never felt as hopeless and as sad as I did right before I left my marriage. That was the low of the lows, and I didn't leave my marriage because he was a bad person. I left my marriage because I was a gay woman stepping into, and it was very scary. And if I look back on my life, and although it was a beautiful life, like it was a beautiful life, right? We had a good life. It makes me feel sick to my stomach to think about going back to that life, no matter how beautiful and supportive and loving and kind it was. I was not. And so, yeah, I do look back and see that it would not have ended well for anybody. I think I would have been overcome. And
is that true with
yes.
Had you not chosen
my spiritual gifts? Yeah. I would be crazy. Mm-hmm. Okay? I would be crazy because, like, now that my spiritual gifts are activated, I would never go back. I would never go back, right? Because I am literally guided by my body. I don't have to guess anymore. Right? And it's not just me becoming a channel or a psychic. It's me opening myself up to the fifth dimension, and this is what I'm trying to teach everyone, right? I don't want to teach anybody things that they can't do, right? We can all do this. We can all open up to the fifth dimension. We can all feel the energy. We can all feel the guidance. We can all feel the direction. It's reprogramming the brain, which is the very human side of us, our ego, trying to protect us from doing things that it's never done before.
Absolutely. You know, and I'm glad that we touched on this subject, because me as a normal human, I think of myself as a 5D person.
Yes, absolutely.
I love my spirituality. I love that my gifts are expanding and growing every day. Mm-hmm. And I had a kind of a glimpse into what my life would be like if I wasn't so high vibrational. And there are times during the day where I sink into a low vibration, and whether it's a situation around me or being around certain people, and it's like my body is rejecting everything. It makes me feel sick. I'm highly overstimulated. I'm overwhelmed, and I feel like I just want to scream. It's like nails on a chalkboard that never fucking ends.
So I remember living in that state constantly. Didn't you? Don't you? I remember. That's why I know I would never take this back, because not only is it spirituality, if you don't have to do spirituality, but just a expanded way of thinking, science, even if you want quantum physics, like there's a lot of things. You don't have to call it spirituality, but it's literally reprogramming your mind to think positively instead of negatively. When we program our brain to run in this constant state of fear, our bodies are literally vibrating a constant state of fear, and it feels so gross and it feels so yucky. And that's why when we know we've come so far is when we get around people who feel that way, and you're like, oh God, I remember that feeling.
But see, the difference in all that is when I was back in it, I didn't know what it was like to live in a higher vibrational place. So that was what I was used to.
Yes.
And it was, detrimental to my systems every day, but I didn't know any different. I didn't know it could be different.
I'm a bed layer. Like, I was a bed layer. I would stay in bed for days at a time crying. My kids would know, like, oh, mom's having, like, one of her things, you know? Like, but I do not do that anymore because I have regulated my emotions.
Yes. It's like you know what to do to make yourself feel better.
I still feel the anxiety. I still have the anxiety. It doesn't go away. It will go away. I probably need to move more. I need to channel more. I know what I need to do. Yep. But when the anxiety comes because I'm not doing what I need to do, I know how to regulate it more. I know that I have to breathe. I know that I might have to shake it out. I know that I have to do these things.
Yeah. So there you have it. You know that being a 5D person doesn't mean that you will never feel those feelings again.
Right.
It's that you know what to do when you do feel them.
It's reprogramming yourself. And that's why ADHD and instead of like, because all of us high vibrational people, we got it, okay? It's part of like our new system, right? But instead of saying, oh, I have ADHD, I can't do that, we turn it into, I have ADHD. It is definitely a superpower in certain aspects of my life, right? Like that hyper focus obsession that I get with things. Do you know how much I learn in those hyper focus obsession moments? Like, we can take our cards that are being dealt to us in any way of life and turn them into sort of a superpower, right? Learning that this is what I have and it's being triggered. Like, do I spin around in circles sometimes and breathe and say, woo, my ADHD is getting me? Hell yes, I do. But instead of having a mental breakdown and an anxiety attack and crying, I stop myself in the middle of the 10th circle. And I stand there and I take a deep breath in through my nose and out through my mouth 3 or 4 times. Let that energy go through and really say, now, what is my main priority right now? This is what I'm going to do. It's learning how to manage your beautiful gifts that you have.
Absolutely.
Beautiful gifts.
Yep. And, you know, as a sensitive person, you know, you're going to be overstimulated. You're going to get overwhelmed. I mean, like, you know, it doesn't even matter. You could be just sitting on the couch and all of a sudden something happens. Yes. You know, sometimes I'm not even aware that it happens, but I'll just feel an overwhelming wave of emotion. Maybe it's a thought that comes in my head that sparks anxiety. And I have to breathe it out and to release it. And then, you know, what irks me the most is when somebody says, "What's wrong?"
Don't ask that, please.
What's wrong? What's on your mind? What are you thinking about? And I'm like, immediate irritation. I'm like,
oh, that's funny. Yeah. So my answer is always nothing. I'm breathing.
Yeah.
Or I do say a lot. I do let my friends and family, anyone I'm around, I will announce, I'm overstimulated. I'm overstimulated right now. And if anyone says that they're overstimulated, I will know to like back off or say, is there anything that I can do for you right now? Which is exactly what my friends and family do. Like, do you need anything from me right now? No, I just need to not talk for like 10, 15 minutes, if that's okay, right? Like when I'm overstimulated, I know exactly what I need. I need silence. I need to not talk. I need to not respond. I need to not have any decisions. I want wherever we are in whatever situation we're in, I love and depend. I have so much faith in you guys that you can live without me for 10 fucking minutes while I go sit in silence so I don't cry or have a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
And I probably need a snack. Maybe an iced coffee.
Perfect.
I know how to regulate myself. Okay, I know that I like these things. Yes. And maybe some chapstick. Okay, it's been an hour. It's been a great time. I can't wait to watch this back. I enjoy watching our videos, and that's why I'm like, more people need to watch. More people need to watch because we do talk about like such real things. We are talking about our lives. We are talking about the 5th dimension. We are channeling energy that when you're hearing the things that we're talking about, they all make sense, right? It's not like our things that we're talking about are so far-fetched. Like, yes, I'm saying that I'm channeling aliens. But if you listen to the information that's coming through from those aliens, it all makes sense. So, even if you have to dissociate who I'm talking to and separate that and just think that I'm a genius and we have all this information. Listening and absorbing and really taking into consideration, like, oh, maybe this is something, like, it is science. It is science, and science is advancing more and more and more and more to be on the side of spirituality. So it's evolution. And it's time to grab on. So have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful week. We love you. See you next time.
Yes.